Thank you for coming back to We the People News. Please subscribe, please leave your thumbs up, and please leave your comments. First of all, I want to say thank you so much for all the support that you give me on this channel, allowing me to do this. Thank you so much. Bitcoin, WhatsApp, cryptocurrency of any kind that you will see in my comment section, please know that that garbage is not me, even though it's got a picture of me and a variation of my name. If you do not see that check mark beside my name, it is not me. That is a scammer. Please don't fall for that stuff. If you didn't see this morning's video, please go back and watch it. There's a lot of good stuff in there I don't want you to miss, and it would help me out a lot on YouTube. Thank you so much. Y'all, I'm going to talk about something right now that on the surface, it sounds like it is bad advice. And just a short time ago, it would have been bad advice. But right now, I don't think it is bad advice. It's about your money. If you're lucky enough to have money, not too many people today has got money. But if you got money, don't put it in a bank. That's the worst place in the world to put it right now. Why do I say not to put your money in the bank? You remember, what was it, 2 months ago when the Federal Reserve was talking about the IRS needs to watch everyone's bank account? Well, if they're talking about it, they're not going to give up. They're going to get their way eventually. And if you got money stockpiled in a bank that is just sitting there, they're going to know it. In fact, everyone will know it. Nobody needs to know how much money you've got. You're better off to hide your money. I'm not going to tell you where to hide it, but you need to hide your money from the government. The more the government knows about you, the more they can control you, and the more they will control you. Y'all, when you think about people not going back to work today, I kind of think that's a misnomer, because when we go past a mall or to a restaurant, the parking lots are full. People's got money from somewhere. And I've been thinking about that. I think I know where that's coming from. It's people has gone back to work, but they're working under the table, so the government don't know they're getting paid. A few years ago, I would say that was wrong. That was the wrong thing to do. But now I'm not so sure about it. I kind of think it's a good idea to hide everything you can from the government. Again, the government don't need to know what you got or what you don't have. So if you can hide your money from the government, by all means hide it, because they're not going to give up on this idea of watching your bank accounts. Just take, for instance, Bank of America, Chase, Smith Barney, all of these banks. Guess who runs these banks? Guess who really owns these banks? The Federal Reserve. Who's to say they're not already looking at your bank account? If they said they want to, well, they can do it. It's just my spin on this. I mean, it's just how I see it. I use a bank only to pay my bills. That's it, nothing else. So, do what you want to, but I do not advise you to store money in a bank. Just put enough in to get through the month. Now that's for the people that's lucky enough that has a little bit of money to store. I know a lot of people don't. Okay. Little Joe said back in 2020, at his first opportunity, he would put a black female as Supreme Court Justice. I don't see a thing wrong with that if she's qualified. Let's talk about it. Now he's getting his opportunity because they're kind of forcing, I forgot his name already, but they're forcing a judge out of his seat. So he will have the opportunity to get a black female. which is fine. The thing that I have a problem with is he's saying he wants a black female. He's not saying that he wants the most qualified person. Now, with that, I'm not saying a black female is not qualified. There is a lot of black females that are highly qualified for the job. But are they the most qualified? He don't seem to care. And that's just another way that he can push his race baiting on people. If she's qualified for the job, by all means, she should have the job. And I do know of a few that are very qualified. Some people says that he will be putting the laughing hyena, Kamala Harris, in that spot, because we all know she is not happy as vice president, and she is not qualified for the job as vice president. In fact, just about every job that she's had in government office, she's been laughed out of her job. She was the first one removed when she was running for president. Nobody likes her. Nobody can work with her. Some people say that this can't happen because she's not qualified. I beg to differ with you, because she is also not qualified to be vice president. But who is vice president? Kamala Harris. So qualifications means nothing as long as Joe Biden can get what he wants. But now let's think about this. Kamala Harris goes to the Supreme Court. Nancy Pelosi or Hillary Clinton comes up to be vice president. Either one of them two people could invoke the 25th Amendment and remove Joe Biden from office. Then we will be saying President Nancy Pelosi, or we will be saying President Hillary Clinton. So I don't think this is a good thing for America, for Kamala Harris to go to the Supreme Court. It would be a great thing for Kamala Harris because it's a lifelong appointment. She won't be laughed out of her seat, and she won't be fired, and the only way she would lose her seat is if she dies. So I don't think this is a good thing. I think Joe Biden needs to pick someone else other than Kamala Harris or Hillary Clinton. Just something to think about. Do you want to be saying Vice President Clinton or President Clinton or President Harris? I certainly do not. Y'all, does it look like to y'all, or is it just me, that our government is trying their best to kill small business? You know, the mom and pops, the backbones of this country, the ones that built this country. Why is that? I'm going to tell you why I believe they are doing it. I mean, look at this pandemic when it first started. All the mom and pops had to close. Walmart stayed open. Why? Because it's a big company on Wall Street, and they pad these politicians' pockets. Mom and pop business, they're not big. They don't really pad these politicians' pockets. They're not on Wall Street. These big companies that's getting all the help from our government, it's because of padding these politicians' pockets. Our politicians are going to take care of their rich friends that gives money to their campaign funds. But the mom and pops business, the ones that built this country, they're going away. They're going away real fast. And our government just does not care. Our government wants that to happen. Just my opinion. Y'all, I'm going to post this morning's video on the end of this video, but I want you to go see David's video also. Yesterday I talked about how people are getting help with their medications. David explains it so much better than anyone else could, including me. So I want y'all to go see it, the TEC show. I will link my video talking about it at the end of this video. Please watch that video. You'll get more information about David's video, and then you can go see his. Y'all, please sound off in the comments below. Please say a prayer for our country, say a prayer for our world, say a prayer for our leaders that they will start leading. Prayer is the only thing we got to rely on right now. We all say a prayer and keep praying. Eventually God will answer our prayers. Say a prayer for everyone around the world hurting through COVID, financial hardship, or any other affliction. Just know I love you all. Until tomorrow. Ciao.